Hello, this is the Timeless Tarot, and today's reading is going to be for the sign of Cancer, and we're going to be looking at love. Okay, right, let's go straight to the bottom of the deck and see what we have got. We have the Strength card. So this could be something that you're struggling with. The feeling I'm getting is that love for you is not, or has not been, a very straightforward path lately. Possibly not for a while. We'll see more about that when we get going. And that you might be struggling with maybe a lack of love or not being able to find the right love, I think is more a thing. Right, at the centre of the reading we have got the moon. The moon is a murky sort of energy. It means that you're possibly not seeing things clearly, or you can't see the big picture, or that it's a bit like not being able to see the wood for the trees in a way. You're sort of stuck in the midst of, I feel like saying unsuitable suitors perhaps, is what it feels like. And because you're surrounded by unsuitable suitors, you can't spot any good ones anymore. Feels like you've been in this energy for quite a while. And actually, this feels a bit sad. This energy feels a little bit sad, like you're almost resigned to the fact that you might not find anybody. And that's sad. In the tarot, the moon card refers to Pisces energy. But of course, you being a Cancer, in astrology, you're ruled by the moon. So this really is your watery energy, I would say. So in a way, the fact that the moon is at the centre of the spread, in theory, it should be a good thing. It should mean that you're in your best energy, but it doesn't feel particularly good to me. And so actually, maybe you're in your worst energy. And I know that really, if you're a Cancer, you can end up going inside your shell and hiding a bit. So it could be that you're hiding. It could be that you're being perhaps a little less tolerant of people than usual. That's the feeling I'm getting. You're fed up and you're hiding. What's crossing this is the Eight of Wands. So you're not getting any communication because it's going across. It feels to me like something is hinging on you receiving communication from someone. Either that, or you're wanting to make communication with somebody and you're not doing it. Or you don't feel able to do it, like you can't do it. Or like you haven't got the strength to do it. Oh dear. Well, I hope this reading improves, because this is a little bit sad at the start here. Right, so let's leave that sort of sad energy behind and let's look at what's on the top, what's crowning the situation, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is what is obvious to everybody, including yourself, is that things are moving on. What's really nice about the Wheel of Fortune, not only is it a card of new beginnings and fresh starts, if you like, and change, but it's also a card of perpetual motion. So it's almost like you don't have to do anything. The change is coming regardless, because the motion is going to keep on going. You don't have to work very hard at bringing in this change. It's coming anyway. That's nice. Now, this is a love reading. I'm wondering if I need to know what the change is about, or if it's obvious that the change is going to be about love. I tell you what, let's take a clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see, why do we have the Wheel of Fortune in the crowning position? Seven of Rods. You're being resistant to make change. So this is interesting. This implies to me that you know you need to make a change and you're not doing it. The change is coming anyway, but it feels like you've been resisting the change. Maybe you've been dating unsuitable people and you know they're unsuitable and you've been trying to make them fit. That's what it feels like, and they don't fit. And you've been resisting going into a different energy because you're used to them, I suppose. You're used to this sort of, it feels to me like you're surrounded by people who aren't good enough for you, and you're used to that, and so you're trying to make people who aren't good enough for you right for you, and they're not right for you. And so fortunately for you, the Wheel of Fortune is coming in. So your fortunes are going to be changing in love, regardless of how resistant you are to them. That's interesting. You've been resisting this change. You need to change the energy of the people you're surrounding yourself with, because you're a soft, sweet energy. If you're surrounding yourself with people who are bringing the worst out of you, making you hide and making you irritable, making you feel like you're not good enough well, I actually wanted to say good enough for the world then. I was going to say good enough for them, but good enough for the world. You need to shift that energy and surround yourself with better people. And I feel that's really quite important here. That is key. That really is key. You're resisting having better people in your life, which seems ridiculous to me. I don't know why you would resist that. Why would you want unsuitable people in your life when you can have something much better? This has got to be something to do with your own self-esteem, I think. If you keep on resisting change, change will not come. So if you're in a situation with people who aren't very nice to you, and you keep resisting it, you're going to stay stuck in that energy. That's what that feels like to me. However, the energy's shifting for your greater good. It's like somebody's decided that you're not doing it for yourself, we're going to jolly well do it for you. Your fortunes are going to be improving. Well, that's good. Regardless of how much you resist them. Oh dear, Cancer. It feels to me like you've got yourself in a bit of a stuck situation. Right, what's on underneath, or what is not clear, and I took 3 clarifiers for this card, is the 6 of Rods. You can get what you want. The question is, what do you want? You're going to be victorious in getting what you want. You just got to be slightly careful about what it is or who it is you are wanting. Because this is hidden. So other people don't know that you're making headway, perhaps with somebody unsuitable, or you can't see the headway that you are making yourself yet. But it is coming. You are going to be able to get what you want. To clarify that, we have the Empress. Now, Empress and Strength. This is a big combination, and this is key here. This is all about knowing what you want, who you want, and how you want to live. The Empress has got everything that she wants. She's very calm, very stable, very happy. Contented is the word. The Empress is contented, but you are fighting this energy. You're fighting your ability to be contented for some reason, which we're not 100% clear on yet. You are stuck in a cycle where you're not allowing yourself to be content. This is a real winning combination, the Empress and the 6 of Wands. This is victory and complete happiness, especially if you're a woman or a feminine energy watching this. Yeah, very interesting. And what's coming with this, and this is where we get a bit of a clue as to what's going wrong here, is we have the 5 of Swords and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is electronic communication, often texting, emailing, probably online dating, things like that. The 5 of Swords is a battle, but often I read it as a 3 and a 2, and if I read it as a 3 and a 2, which is what I'm going to do today, I think, is you have chosen heartbreak, or heartbreak has chosen you. So the situation that you're in, messaging unsuitable men, is actually causing you heartbreak, but you have chosen this path. And there is something odd going on here about the resistance that you have to getting to be in your best energy. Why would you be resisting it? Why on earth would you choose to resist a situation that is causing you heartbreak? Why would you choose it? Because you're not in your best energy. Now you can get in your best energy and you can be victorious and you can defeat this situation that is not serving you anymore, and I think it might not have been serving you for a long, long time. the situation where you are dating people and not making progress, and you're not getting married, and you're not settling down, and you haven't started your family yet, and that situation you might have been in for a long time, you can change and you can get what you want, but you have to shift your mindset. There's something in your mindset that is not quite correct currently. Very interesting. In the past, we have the cup of love. I think perhaps somebody maybe made you an offer in the past and you turned it down, or you didn't think it was good enough, or you didn't like them enough, or you didn't think they were right for you, or you found fault with them for some reason. You had love offered in the past and you didn't accept it easily. Why didn't you accept it easily? Why would you not accept love when it was offered? Yeah, because you didn't feel the same. But there's a fundamental problem here in the way that you're viewing things. The frustrating thing is, to other people, I suspect, it looks like you keep finding fault with people that there's nothing wrong with. But to you, there isn't anything right with anyone. So it doesn't matter who offers you their love. You don't want it because you don't feel the same. And you know, that's fine. That's fine if it was the wrong person and it was one person. But this feels to me like it might have been multiple people that you didn't feel were right for you. In the future position, we have the Three of Rods. Well, you're looking out there to see who's available. And this is linking in with the Wheel of Fortune energy. New people are going to be brought in for you to view, if you like, for you to look at, for you to get to know. The situation is changing. It feels a little bit like you're changing scene in a way. I don't know if you're going to be moving, or maybe not moving home, maybe moving job or something like that. And it might bring in a different sort of scene, a different types of people, different energy. More upbeat energy, much more hopeful energy, more positive energy. That's really good. Actually, let's get a clarifier for that. What does the Three of Rods in the future position refer to? Please, we're looking at into the world. Oh, well, how interesting. I've picked one of these cards upside down. I don't generally read reversals, but if I get one, I will read it that way. Right, so what's in the future? You've got a change of scene and a new love offer, which is good. Possibly from a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio man, possibly from a slightly younger man. What's bad, if you like, or what goes along with it, is the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the card of lack. So currently you don't have anybody offering you a cup of love, and you are still looking for somebody in the future. But reversed, the Five of Pentacles, well, it's sort of a card of despair, really. You're despairing that you're ever going to find, is what it feels like. Despairing that you will never find the right person, no matter how much you look. And, you know, as I said before, this sort of negative energy is not helpful. I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do, but there does need to be a positive mind shift for you in order to bring in the love that you want in the future. You know, it's bad enough to be feeling a bit sad and a bit lost, but to feel despair is even worse. I mean, you're despairing that you will ever find the right person, which is really sad. In the personal position, we have the Two of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting. It could be that you have been in this cycle for 2 years. And if that's the case, it's coming to an end. Because don't forget, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So if you have been in some sort of situationship or dalliance with somebody for 2 years and it's not been good and you're starting to recognise it's not right for you, then this is good news, because it means you're coming to the end of it. Or maybe, I want to say 2 years is too long. But what is 2 years relating to? Let's get another clarifier. Why is 2 years too long? What does that mean? What does it relate to? You've been hiding. You have not been putting your best self out there. Or it could be that you tried online dating and it didn't work for you, so you've given up. It's that sort of feeling. You're in hiding, or you've given up, or you've been not properly, fully yourself for the last couple of years. The Hermit card is not just about hiding. It is about gathering wisdom as you go. And so potentially this 2-year cycle has actually been a fact-finding mission. Without you realising, you've actually gained quite a lot of wisdom along the way that is going to help you. In the home position, we have the Knight of Swords. Change, more change. But this is quite a quick energy. Could be an Aquarian, Libra, Gemini man, masculine, younger man. Could be. I don't think so. It feels to me a bit like you're having a hard time in the home. Why are you having a hard time in the home position? Because the Knight of Swords can be a fight, really. You're having a hard time in the home position because you haven't got what you want. Yeah. It feels a bit like there's not much joy for you at the moment, Cancer. I'm sorry to hear that. The hopes and fears position, well, you're hoping for victory in the card of truth, the truth of the sword of truth. Well, we've already got one victory card that's waiting in the wings for you to activate it. And now we have another victory card. The truth is that what you're hoping for, you're also fearing. Oh, God. That feels like a thing. It's like you're afraid to get what you want. Potentially you're afraid to get what you want. Maybe because you're worried it'll go wrong, because you've had a lot of relationships go wrong, is what it feels like. I don't think that is a valid fear, and I don't think it's the way forward to think like that. Actually, I believe you should be hoping for the best rather than fearing for the worst. And that is what it feels like. You can have what you want. You can get what you want. And you don't have to fear it. Why would you be scared of getting what you want? Maybe you're not used to being happy. Perhaps you've been really unhappy for a really long time. 2 of Rods and 4 of Rods. Hopes and fears position. 2 of Rods, that's also planning and assessing. But the 4 of Rods is partnership, true partnership, connection. Can be the twin flame card. You've been planning to be truly connected to somebody in the future. And actually, for some reason, that is bringing about quite a lot of fear. Yeah, I'm not really clear on why that is. Maybe somebody promised you marriage in the past and they didn't deliver, or maybe you've been married and you had to cut yourself out of a situation that wasn't working. Because sometimes this can be a card of marriage, like a celebratory card. Maybe you had to cut yourself out of a marriage, or maybe you got scared when you were supposed to be getting married and you sort of ducked out and ran away. So it feels a bit like that. Because there are other options. The outcome, 8 of Swords, stuck in a mindset that's not working. Well, this is what we said right from the start. The truth of the matter is this person is not literally stuck. This is in their mind. They're not actually stuck. They can leave. They just can't see the way forward. We have clarifying it. We have an Ace of Pentacles. This is a new life. You've got 2 aces here. Ace is a big energy. Good news. Divinely presented. You're being shown the truth of how to live and what you want, and you're going to be given an offer. It could be a home, a large sum of money. It could be an engagement. You're not going to get any of this if you stay in this sort of stuck mindset where you're scared of having a happy future and you don't like anybody anyway. You're single, you don't like anybody anyway, you've never found anybody you like enough, and now you're scared to move things forward, and so you're stuck in this mindset. Well, you're not going to get everything with that sort of feeling, you have to actually take a leap of faith. You have to actually actively remove yourself from this energy of stuck and miserable and take a leap of faith in order to bring in the good things that are on offer to you. You have got good things on offer. You know, you can have this celebration, marriage, twin flame connection, deep soul bond. You can have it. I took an extra couple of clarifiers as well when I laid out the spread, and we've got the King of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So if you have taken yourself out of a marriage, it could be you had no choice. It feels a bit like you might not have had a choice but to remove yourself and then spend some time on your own. If you've not been in a marriage, then you've actively been wanting to separate yourself from other people and spend some time on your own, working on your wealth. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of really doing your best on your own. You're doing your best with what you've got on your own, but you're doing your best in a way that has cut you off from other people and left you on your own with things that you don't want anymore. And you're despairing that you're never going to get a proper love offer that you want. Well, it's interesting because what was crossing the whole thing at the start is communication or lack of communication or too much communication or the wrong sort of communication. Don't forget, things are moving forward regardless, and you have got options. In order to get what you want, though, you have got to get into your best energy and leave the unsuitable people behind. Because if you don't, you're going to remain in this stuck energy field. You won't be able to access all the great and good things that are on offer to you. The large sum of money, the new home, the engagement, the celebration, the marriage, the true way of living, the way you actually want to live. You've actually got 3 aces here. I can't remember the last time I did a reading and I got 3 aces. So every single thing that you want, the love, the right way of living, the celebration, the engagement, the new home, you can have all of those things if you release yourself from this stuck energy and way of being. It's going to take you you're going to have to be very determined to see this through. I think it is time for you to move things forward, Cancer. Really is time. It's necessary. And you're in your own energy really this month. So this reading was for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And the 8 of Rods is 8 weeks. And the moon is 4 weeks. So I would say in the next 4 to 8 weeks, if I were you, I would try hard to release some of this feeling of being stuck and to herald in a new way of thinking and feeling and being and living. And that is what is going to bring you the love that you're after. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe so that I can read your energy more easily in the future. If you would like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. But until next time, this has been the Timeless Tarot. Goodbye.